Because when I went out to go get water and meds and all that, it was like storm, aboosh, and so there is Grandmama is still raging.
Right back on.
Just right outside the window. Grandmama is raging still because there's big storm outside.
Got it.
Thunderpoots, they're upon your home.
So
did you hear the captain? You heard the captain refer to the lizards. Okay.
For the lizards, Grandmama or me were like, "This is not giant lizard. My God, is not lizard. At many scales. Scales do not make the. Never mind, Grandma." And then literally the internet went, "Nope. Never mind myself," and just died.
Lizard equals scale. Scale not equal lizard.
Yes.
Okay. So I was interrupting that thrilling conversation by suggesting we get back home and letting you guys know that I have a way to contact my boss to hopefully have some town guard people waiting to take care of this situation in case they turn hostile again. That's what happened when you disconnected.
Yep.
Okay. Then I am with Fancy Pants Man. Let's do this and get this unsavoriness behind us. Yes.
My pants are very simple, but yes. I will go ahead and contact. What's his nuts? How did I not write this? And Anders.
Yep.
Yeah, Anders.
Soulmore. Yep.
Yeah, Anders Soulmore.
All right. Keep in mind, it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to be aware. It's 2 a.m. So.
He did tell us to do this.
He did.
Like, smugglers, he knows smugglers don't operate in the daytime exactly, so... I'm going to hope that the young lordling understands this and will answer the stone.
Using a busy signal back.
We're sorry, the number you have reached cannot be completed as dialed. Alright. What do you
leave your name and message after the beep.
What do you send as your sending message?
Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No, we captured the boat and subdued a crew of 10 plus captain. Please send guard to house immediately.
How many words is that?
I wasn't counting. That's DM job. I mean,
I was assuming the person sending the message was going to count, but okay.
let me count it out.
No, it's under 25. If you don't have anything else to say, that's not a big deal.
Just end with love you.
Do kissy noises count? Can you just
XOXO.
Heart emoji. Heart eyes emoji. Poop
emoji. Sweat drops.
And a Lenny. I'm definitely sending a Lenny at the end of this.
Alright. Is that your full message, though?
Yeah, before the part about emojis and Lennies.
No,
yeah.
I know what part to extend as the...
I mean, we have to make sure, just in case.
You do.
Everything before I started talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
You do get a message back from Anders. Alright, I'll have a god meet you on the southwest side docks. Get here when you can. He sounds like he woke up, but he's...
Okay.
Yeah.
I can only send one message a day, so I'm going to be very concerned that he said a guard in his message. That concerns me greatly.
Just flop the cat.
I assume these sending zones work like fax machines, and they just make a bunch of awful noises every time that they activate.
It sounds like the aliens in Mars Attacks when the message comes back, but then mentally you understand it.
Alright. Yeah.
A-guard.
Your message has been sent and received. So the captain is like, alright, you said have the crew listen. Or have the crew
Crew obey.
Alright. You see him walk over to this giant grate in the floor and just yell down it, not even go down to the lower deck. Alright! Change of plans! Get up here!
Shit.
Shit.
All you hear the scurry of Le Garde, or Le Lower Deck, and a moment later, they're all up here. Ooh, there's not enough room up here. That's fine. They all kind of come to an attention and see the captain there. Alright, so I know we had other stops planned, but we're taking a detour. Go where they want to go, and just kind of points to Ryba, who is still disguised as Sambalit.
Yep.
And then they all just kind of look to you, very confused and very concerned.
Okay, great.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, they're looking at you, awaiting an order.
Okay. I'm gonna say, hey, we're going to town.
They all look very concerned at that. Like, are you sure?
Pretty sure. Nope, not that sure.
The captain kind of speaks up. Go! And they all just immediately get to work on getting the ship ready to go.
That works.
Sweet.
All right, let's see. That is that part done.
They just Frau Farbisna, ready to ship!
That part done. So yeah, the crew begin to make the ship ready. Captain looks over. It'll take them a couple minutes to get the ship moving.
Understandable.
Yeah.
It's a fine vessel you've got here.
Ignore your unconscious friends.
It was group nap time. Is okay.
Keep in mind, there's still some dude with a crossbow bolt in his forearm holding on to part of the captain's hand.
The blood.
Yeah.
All right. And captain kind of looks back. Oh, well, what? One sec, guys.
Everybody say hi to Steak Mom. Hi, Steak Mom.
Hi, Steak Mom.
Steak Mom.
It's either that or a pet.
As we look into Marvin the Martian's soulless eyes.
All right. So the captain kind of looks back.
The question is, did she hear us?
Probably, honestly. They're open.
Yeah.
They're open back ear headphones. So
They're open back headphones, and your mom's ears are super
Good hearing.
sensitive.
yeah. So the captain kind of looks back. Thank you. The ship took a lot of effort to get her. Well, not really. I stole her, but you know.
Not
minute, it's
really.
illegal.
I stole her.
Seems like very good idea. You're a smart man.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I find I'm more of the charismatic type. At least when it comes to what are you doing? You have one job. At least when it comes to being the persuasive. I like this guy.
Excuse me.
We now have a fifth
You
member.
have one fucking job!
It's Clash, but a pirate.
Ramsey, but a pirate.
Oh yeah.
You actually see the bosun come over and kind of, Captain, a moment. Ah, yes, and they go over here and do a little talkie talk.
Suggestion: don't.
Like, actually?
How about
No.
you don't?
Okay.
I could. I don't know the cast of it.
You know, they're having a little conversation, but the crew for the most part is making the ship ready to go. You essentially have the run of the place.
How long does it take to get back to town?
20
I have stats for this. I just have to look up what the stats are for this. Because this thing moves at the speed of a keelboat, and a keelboat can move 3 miles per hour. Town's about 4 miles away.
So 2 hours.
Eh,
A little under.
Well,
actually, let me double check
weren't we
that math.
Weren't we going to the house?
No, you said the guards are waiting in town. So
No,
one heck.
when the message said send the guards to the house.
Oh,
That's what
did
Jeff
it?
said.
Oh.
However, that takes longer than it would for us to sail to town. Because it took us like 4 hours to walk there.
Yeah. So one heck.
Either way, I misunderstood.
You guys. The conversation was meet the guards in town at one of the docks. Because did Jeff freeze?
Yes.
He's just very stoic.
I sub babies.
He's really good at
I
like,
appreciate that subbing point.
Yeah.
Staring
Okay.
contest.
So this thing moves
sounded
about
like-
4 miles an hour,
Oh
and
man,
town
did you
is
disconnect?
or 3 miles an hour, and town's about 4 miles away. So
Okay.
hour and change. But we'll wait for Jeff to come back. Oh,
Why computer? Why?
Jeff is dead.
don't do that.
Jeff is not alive.
It sounded like
Jeff
you said
committed
you
involuntary
sub
die.
babies.
Oh, hey!
Like you
Jeff's
sub them to you.
Jeff's not dead anymore. All right,
Great.
no. The message you got back from Anders was the guards will meet you at the southwest dock in Saltmarsh. So,
Okay, then we'll
There we
take
go.
them to the
Try to do
southwest
that-
dock
that
in
cheer.
Saltmarsh.
But it wouldn't work. I appreciate very much for that
you
sub.
guys, the ship is being made on the way. This guy's long gone at this point, or kind of long gone. It's dark. It's hard to tell. But yeah, so the ship is yours to explore.
How many miles away are we?
4.
He's gonna swim 4 miles? Okay.
Well, you're 4 miles from Saltmarsh.
Right.
You're
From
a couple hundred. You're a couple hundred yards from land.
Okay. He can probably
You're
make
just
that.
4 miles from the nearest town.
I don't know. He did take a healthy amount of damage before
True.
dipping.
He pretty much got a necromancy concussion and then thrown overboard.
Sharks ate him.
Yeah.
Let's face it, the
He
sharks ate
jumped
him.
He got
overboard.
stabbed too.
Yeah.
He got stabbed too.
Ooh, he
Oh, yeah.
jumped into salt water with open sword wounds.
Yeah, he's dead.
He did.
He's so dead. Yep. He's dead. It's
He's
okay.
cured, but not in the good way.
Oh, Jeff, no.
All right, but yeah. So it will take you an hour and change to get back to Saltmarsh. So if you want to explore the ship, or
Sure, I'm gonna check out those lizards.
all right. So you go to the room with the lizards. Firstly, let me read you the description of that room. Move to the other token. Move to the square below you, please.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I was also gonna take this opportunity to re-up my Assemblet disguise.
Okay, you can break line of sight with the people who care and do that, no problem. They're pretty distracted between the conversation with the bosun and the captain and the rest of the crew doing boat things.
Got it.
So, so a distinct odor about this room reminds you of a marsh or a swamp.
Farts.
It's not like oppressive, but it's definitely noticeable. In the center area is a wood table bolted to the deck. On the table sits a silver jug half full of red liquid. With it are 3 pewter mugs. Around the table are a set of 3 upright wooden chairs. An unlit hooded lantern hangs from the ceiling above. In the gloom, you can see 3 hammocks, one at each of the cabins, slung between the bulkhead and one of the ship's ribs, and the third hanging across the corner of the cabin from the next door to the aft door of the central bulkhead. Each hammock is occupied by a scaled figure. A small chest or box of some sort lies under the most forward hammock. There appears to be weapons under each of the hammocks. And what you see, I gotta go to the right layer because layers are hard,
I like this already.
are 3 lizard folk.
Oh. Are they friendly?
2 of them are asleep. One of them is awake and kind of looks over at you and says something in Draconic.
I'm going to nod knowingly. And then
And he
turn
just
around
kind of
and
looks
leave.
at you. He actually grabs your shoulder before you leave and kind of looks back and in a very broken common. How timeline?
How timeline?
We need weapons home soon.
Understood. And I leave.
Make a deception check.
A deception check?
It's an
What
at
did you
advantage
do
because
about
these
this
guys
game?
aren't great.
Alright, I'll take it. Alright.
Yeah, they just are like. And he says something to Draconic and goes back and lays down. Yeah, that's what's
Get
in
out
that
here,
room.
calmly walk over to the rest of the group and go, there's fucking lizard men on the boat.
Grit.
Well, he did say there were lizards on the boat.
I was thinking 4-leg, not 2-leg.
Do they
Lizardmen run the Salt Marsh Council, man.
do they speak something other than Draconic, or are they just Draconic?
Is that a question for me or Steak?
It's a very
for
broken
you.
common. The
Oh,
common
since
is.
you
I
just
didn't even
talked to
mention
them.
Draconic. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. No.
I just know I didn't understand them.
So
We're-
probably they speak something other than that.
So
My
But yeah.
deity is a dragon, so I understand. I can understand when they speak it. I just can't speak it or understand it. Like, yeah, if they spoke something like maybe common, could get some stuff back and forth and see why they're down there. But if they don't speak that, then I guess we're screwed.
Sel, do you want to go play with the lizards?
They're people, Grandmama.
I know
Do you-
they're people.
do you want to go play with them?
Sometimes boys like to have play date.
I say how old I am. You're old, Grandmama. There is no play date. These are. This is pirate ship, Grandmama.
You're
That-
good boy, Sel. Go have play date with lizard men.
You did not take your pills this morning, did you,
That is
Grandmama?
that's even funnier because I actually have looked at Hobble sheet and know how old they are, and it surprising no one, but it's pretty funny.
I forgot how old I am, so shh.
You probably
9 years
put
old.
Hobble. They probably put 69 on the sheet.
They did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I was not gonna take the time to look because I'm like, I should probably know this.
No, it's going to be 420.
That'd be very old dwarf. Grandma would be Methuselah.
Yours live a long time.
They do, but that's still kind of old for a dwarf.
I was going to say elves. Elves live a long ass time.
And it's just, you did not take your meds this morning, did you, Grandmama? And I just go off down and see if I cannot decipher what they need, since Baldy, Ryba, Inspector Gadget doesn't know. Bless you, Jeff.
All right.
Thank you.
What they needed.
Since your deity is the Earth Dragon, you're not like fluent in Draconic, but you kind of have a passing knowledge of it because it's most of like your religious scriptures would be in and stuff. So,
Yeah, what would I
you're-
have to roll to figure out some semblance of Possibly.
A lot of it's not like super complex talking. Like essentially the conversation you overhear is, I'm telling you this is a waste of time. Yes, but they already have our payment and they have the weapons here somewhere. We need them. I just want to go back home. There's another way. That is the short of the conversation you hear between the three of them. And you also do hear chirps of of something in that room.
Yes, Grandmama. I can hear you through floor, Grandmama. No, I'm just joking. Just walk in and say, baguette! Okay, so I go back upstairs, and so basically, they seem to have been hoodwinked. They paid for weapons, but there's no weapons.
There might be weapons.
So we have a bigger smuggling ring problem then.
Sure, it's a long enough voyage. Let's see if they have weapons.
Alright. So you spend the next hour going over the boat. Let's how late do you guys want to go tonight?
I cannot go too late. I cannot go too late because I do have work in the mornings. And
All right. Well, then let's call it here and pick up with you guys going room by room next week.
Okay.
Cool.
Because the next part is pretty much a room by room dungeon crawl on a boat.
XP?
So.
XP for the poor?
Well, you got the 275 from the earlier combat.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah. That is the bulk of it. XP for the rest I'll give you next week, just because it's not concluded yet. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
For a
Probably.
total of 1900 Hobble, if that makes things easier.
Yes. Appreciates it. Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Thanks
We
for
will.
rescheduling, people. I would have been really sad
Yep.
to miss again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Same, because I can't
Good
play
stuff.
Friday. So. Because movies, yay!
Yay.
Hey, movie.
Ooh.
I had to
Get out of
freaking
their
scrub
houses.
that. I had to clean that screen today, which is why I'm sunburnt.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Crispy steak.
it is literally my arms are like medium well, medium rare color.
ooh.
No cube.
If they're both at the same time in different places, that's extra bad.
Well, it's kind of like is it medium? I don't.
You
Surprise,
said medium
surprise.
well, which would be like extra brown and leathery, and then medium rare,
Okay,
which would be
then
bloody.
Pink in the center. Chris's
Okay.
is medium.
This is me proving I don't know how steaks work.
Because you hate them. We get it.
Yeah. So
So you
they're
hate yourself
red.
a lot right now? What I'm hearing.
I mean, doesn't everyone?
Oof.
Fuck.
Oof.
Oh,
Too close.
right in the psyche.
Too close,
Too
man.
My id. It
Too
hurts.
What's that
real.
crippling depression? I'm back.
Anyway, this has been D&D. Y'all have a good night.
Don't let the
That's it.
existential dread
Bye.
slip
Bye,
in.
stream. Au
Bye.
revoir. We shall see you later with less hits to the psyche. Good lord. Maybe.